hours away from another fantastic Magnificent Seven show, live on TNT Sports, headlined by Nathan Heaney against Brad Pauls, a Fight of the Year contender already, and they're going to run it back. It was a draw the first time. They both thought they won. Now we're going to put it to bed. We're going to find out for sure who the better man is. The British Middleweight Championship on the line. And I am delighted to be in the company of a world champion, Mr. Nick Ball.
Dave.
How are you?
All good, you?
I'm very good. All the better for seeing you. And I'll tell you, do you ever get used to that when people say, here's the world champion, Nick Ball?
Yeah, sometimes I forget, and then when someone says it again, it reminds me, and I'm like, yeah,
You sort of
sounds
looking
good, yeah.
looking over your shoulder. Who are they talking about?
Yeah, it's a good feeling, yeah, because obviously you wait your whole life to get to this point, and then, you know, it's happened, so it's a special feeling, yeah.
How do you reflect on that evening in Riyadh?
Loads to remember, yeah, loads of good memories, yeah. Special moments, just, boss to be a part of, massive event as well, so, and all my family was over there with me, all the lads, and, yeah, unbelievable.
It looked like quite emotional celebrations.
Yeah.
It was you achieved a lifelong dream, and yeah, great that your family was there, and they were all absolutely buzzing. It must have meant so much to all of the Balls.
Yeah, that's it, because you're so focused, aren't you, the week of the fight, and got to focus on the fight, stay zoned in, and then, as you said, then it was quite emotional at the end where there was a few clips of all the lads jumping on me, my mum and dad.
I don't normally see you like that.
I know, yeah, and then they all jumped on me at the end, so it was boss.
So in terms of the fight itself, so you picked up the great win over Ray Ford. In terms of the fight itself, have you watched it back a few times, many times? Yeah,
I watched it back on, I think, the day after, and then watched it back the other day. Yeah, good. Yeah, good, yeah. Good to always watch them back. And I actually watched it back with Paul and Ant in the gym, because we always do that the week after the fight and break it down and have like a little debrief and see what we could have done there or anything like that. Always trying to improve.
So you feel like there's still stuff you could have done better on that night?
Yeah, there always is, yeah. There always is. You're learning with each fight. You get in the ring, you're always learning. Always learning each fight. So, yeah, even in the gym, each day in the gym with Paul and Andy, I feel like I'm always learning. Even though I'm world champion now, I was back in the gym, still learning more. And then with the different opponents, you've got to change up a few things for their style, and yeah, it's good.
Some fighters get to that dream of world champion and they're like, I've done it now.
Yeah.
And they might take their eye off the ball, they might take their foot off the gas and be like, look, done it now, like what's next kind of thing. What's the mindset like for Nick Ball right now that you have achieved that dream?
Yeah, honestly, I'm like, even speaking to you over the years, you remember I've always said to you I'm going to become world champion. I've always knew it was going to happen, so it wasn't really like a dream or anything like. Obviously, it is a dream since you're a kid, but I know it was going to happen regardless. I was going to make it happen, and we did. So that's happened now. It's on to the next. There's always more. There's always more to do, more to achieve. So it's back staying focused now, back in the gym, hard work, and continue to do what got me here.
You getting a bit more recognised around Liverpool now as well? When you're running around, are people stopping you?
Yeah, people beaving the cars and that. Yeah. So it's good as well because people are behind me. That shows people are behind me. And early on as well in my career, I was on them ticket selling shows, and without them people buying tickets and coming to support me, maybe I wouldn't be where I am today. So appreciate all the support.
And you're leading the way for the Everton Red Triangle Gym. And of course, it's the Magnificent Seven show tomorrow evening. That's the reason we're here. That's the reason we're talking. Yeah. And your man, Andrew Cain, starts climbing the ranks. If he can come through Ash Lane, he becomes the British and Commonwealth champion, another champion in the Red Triangle Gym. Tell us what he's been like in camp. Yeah,
when he comes through, in devastating fashion, I believe. Yeah, you know what Andrew's like when he's fighting. Anything can happen at any moment, so it's always exciting. And I'm not even just saying this, it's the most focused I've ever seen him. Obviously he's always focused, but this one especially, he's just a flip switch with him. He's on it, and I can't wait to see him get the 2 belts on Saturday night.
What is he
special.
like What is he like as a character? Because when we see him at these kind of events, when we see him on fight night, it's not often we see him outside of that. Very focused, very intense, no nonsense whatsoever. Does he ever have a laugh with you? Like, what's he like in the gym?
Yeah, of course. He's like a character. He's one of the realest ones you'll get. That's what you get with him. As you said, no nonsense, straight up, real as they come. Yeah. So with people like that, it is always genuine, and you know you can have a laugh with them if you're the same person, and also you know what you're getting as well. So yeah, it's good.
It's the impact of Paul Stevenson as well. Whenever you guys speak about him, you speak about him so highly, and I've heard Andrew say, "What a man!" Yeah. He's almost been like a father to him in many ways as well. What impact has he had on the life of you guys?
Massive, yeah. We wouldn't be where we are today without Paul doing what he's doing with us in the gym, yeah. And even in life, yeah. You know, when I first walked in that gym, I think it was 9 years ago, something like that. Yeah, I haven't looked back since. Probably one of the best things I ever done, to be honest. Yeah, so yeah, and in the gym every day as well. We're working as well in the gym every day. We're all focused, working towards whoever's fighting, but we're having a laugh as well. And we're spending time with each other every day in the gym. So obviously you build a relationship, don't you? And become close to people who you're around every day. And couldn't pick a better fucking bunch of lads to be around every day.
And it's a kind of, there's a school teacher vibe to it at times. I've been in the gym. I've seen when he's put something on the screen, and you all just kind of sit there quietly whilst he's saying, look, he's doing this. He's showing you these great fights from the past as well. What's that like?
It's good because as you said, it's like you're getting taught. It's not like you're going in to just train and get a sweat on. It's proper stuff, and we carry it into the ring, and I think it shows. And yeah, we get in at 10 o'clock, sit down in the office, watch the tapes, black and white tapes or whatever it might be, for an hour, and then start at 11 until 12:30, training and going through whatever we've been through, yeah, or whatever he's got planned for that day.
So Andrew Cain, then tell us how you see this one going.
Don't really know, to be honest. No, I do know, but yeah, I'll be surprised if it goes past 4 rounds myself. Like, you know, Andrew always comes out, doesn't he, the way he does, as you've seen, and yeah. But you know, he can do it all though. So he might come out and decide to, you know, box him, but it's hard to say because when you get in there, it's different, isn't it? Like he's just gonna go mad again, isn't he? But yeah, but if it does go that way, he can do it all and showcase his skills, what he's got, because you know he's one of the best I've been in the ring with. He can do it all, honestly can, and yeah, he could put on a boxing show, he could knock him out, do whatever he wants with him, to be honest. Yeah, it is night.
You talk about how, and I've heard him say this before as well, he does want to have the chance to showcase his skills a little bit, but he just keeps knocking people out.
Yeah.
Bar the Baluta fight, obviously, where he sustained the injury as well, and it became, you know, hard. But bar the Baluta fight, he's just been cleaning people out. He hasn't had the chance to show all these skills, which, you know, led him to multiple amateur titles.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Once you outside, when you're outside the ring, you might say like, "Oh, I'm gonna showcase my skills." You know, I might do this, might do that, might change it. But then I feel like when you get in the ring, it's different. Like it's serious then, innit? Like you haven't really got time to do all that. You're trying to hit the opponent, get the job done, and that's his style, and that's what he can do. And he's one of the best at it, and you know, his record speaks for itself. He's nearly knocked them all out. So yeah.
What did you make of yesterday? Because I think Ash Lane said, "We can go now if you like." Someone said it to the other, and Andrew Cain decided to go right then, stuck it right on Ash Lane. It was quite the moment.
Yeah, well, he's, you know, if you say that to Andrew, he's not going to just ignore you and walk off. He's going to come back and do something. So that's what he done. Yeah, I think he was just trying to wind him up, weren't he, and trying to get in his head. The way he was reading the book and that, thought that was quite, you know, a bit stupid, disrespectful maybe, but he's doing what he's doing, isn't he? But it's not going to change Saturday night. What's going to happen?
So Andrew Cain's not the sort of guy that you could just be like, yeah, oh yeah, if you want to go now, we can go now, hold me back kind of thing.
Yeah, because people just say that, but he'll really do it. Do you get me? So, you know, got to be careful what you say.
What's he like to spar?
Good, yeah. We don't really spar much, but when we do, it's boss sparring. Probably, yeah, the best I'm getting, to be honest. You'd pay to come and see it, the sparring in our gym. That's the good thing about our gym, because if we haven't got sparring outside the gym, we can always do it in the gym with the fighters we've got in the gym. Obviously not Bomber.
No,
you'll clean us all out.
Yeah, I think you'd have to probably stand on top of, sit on top of
all
Andrew,
three of us are getting
all three of you.
Yeah, but it's good. Around the same weight, we all spar. Yeah, so it's good. It's always there, and yeah, we're all learning off each other. Like, you know, when you go out and spar with the people, we're not really trying to like learn things and that. Well, obviously we're doing what we're doing. It's in the back of our head what Paul said, and then we're taking it out on them. But sparring, yeah, and then sparring in the gym, we can get to slow it down and do a few things with the lads, and then yeah, they can do a few things with us, and we learn from each other, bounce off each other.
So what about this Magnificent Seven show concept? Because I mentioned it at the press conference yesterday. You are an example of what these shows can do for a fighter's career. You boxed Isaac Dogbay back in November. Brilliant win for you. In your next fight, you were in Saudi. You should have become world champion. The fight after that, you became world champion. These are important shows, Nick.
Exactly. So that just shows how good a promoter Frank Warden is, and Team Queensberry, yeah. They're obviously getting behind all the fighters, putting these shows on, and the proof's in the pudding, innit? It does work, so get on these shows, get the wins, and you know, that's what we're all here to become world champion, and it'll happen with the backing of Queensberry on these shows.
And what about the main event, Nathan Heaney, Brad Pauls? It's in the first fight, it was an absolute thriller. Chance for one man to now walk away as the British champion. Nathan Heaney retained his belt, but via a draw. He wasn't happy. Brad Pauls thought he won as well.
Yeah.
What do you think about this fight?
I think Nathan Heaney, to be honest, yeah. I like him as well. I like him. I've had a chance to have a few conversations with him, and proper nice fella, yeah. So I wish him all the best, and hope he gets the win and gets the belt, because he deserves them.
He's a sound guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, yeah. And all of where he lives, where's he from? Stoke, yeah. They always get behind him. He sells thousands of tickets, so that just shows you he's a nice guy. So, yeah.
I think people overlook that, because we just say it now as a throwaway comment. For this show, he's done over 2,000 tickets himself. Yeah. That is amazing.
Yeah, that's serious. It's hard to do, and that when you're fighting. I'm sure he said he does them himself as well.
He's got spreadsheets and he drives around, and it's quite something.
As a fighter, it's like, you know how hard that is and stressful that is. Like, I used to get help off my family, my mum and dad, and my mates as well. They used to bring me around, seeing people for the tickets and picking up money off them, things like that. So for him to do it himself, and that many, it's some going. Because he's got to train, have his diet in point, you know, make weight. So he's doing all that. He's respect to him.
Full respect to him. Look, the fight that was going to be co-main event on the show was Liam Davis against Shabazz Massoud. Unfortunately, Davis pulled out injured.
Yeah.
But was that a fight that you took any kind of interest in?
Yeah, that was a good fight, that, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think it's going to be rescheduled. That's my understanding for later this year.
Why did that fight fall off?
I think Liam got injured.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
So he's pulled out.
Yeah, that's a shame, but yeah, that would have been a good fight. Don't really know how it would have went, but I'm sure it would have been a good one.
I spoke to Liam a couple of weeks ago, and obviously he's gonna fight Shabazz Massoud. That fight's gonna happen, but he's got big plans, and amongst those plans, he mentioned your name. He mentioned the name of Naoya Inoue. He said, if I'm at Super Bantam, Inoue's the man. I'd like to fight him. If I go up to featherweight, I'd like to go and see Nick Bull. If I go up to Super Featherweight, I'd like to see Anthony Kukaci. He's a man who's talking about big moments, including with a man like yourself.
It's not messing about, is he? Yeah, that's that's what proper fighters speak like. But you've got to get in there and do it, haven't you? It's a different kind of thing, and it's all right speaking it. You've got to actually do it. But obviously, yeah, that's respect to him as well. If he's not shying away from nothing, is he? You know, it shows he's a proper fighter. He wants the proper fight. So yeah, hats off to him.
Stylistically, you and him is a terror.
Yeah, I haven't watched too much of him. I just know he's tall. Yeah, but he's been doing well, hasn't he? He's been doing well. He's been beating everyone that's been putting in front of him. So that's all you can do, and he's been doing it in style. So yeah.
I heard you actually mention the name of Naoya Inoue in a recent interview as well. He's the man right now, one of the top pound-for-pound boxers in the world, cleaning up weight divisions below you. But if he's thinking about going up...
Show me a monster, isn't it? Yeah, they're all calling him the monster, Andy, things like that. People are booing him, but, you know, he's been hurt. He's got hurt in his last fight, so got dropped, I think, didn't he? Got dropped, yeah, so... Yeah, obviously he's an exciting fighter. He is. You'd be lying if you said he isn't. So, but yeah, definitely if he moves up, the fight's happening, isn't it?
The fight's happening, and there's plenty of fights happening tomorrow evening. We're going to now weigh in all of the fighters, and I'll throw over to our MC today, Mr. Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official weigh-in for the Magnificent Seven. A great night of World Championship Boxing tomorrow live from the Resorts World Arena in Birmingham, England. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions, along with their great sponsors, 32 Red and Unibet. This great event will be televised live on TNT Sports beginning at 6 p.m. UK time. And if you cannot join us at the arena, you can watch it there, or you can purchase tickets through Ticket Factory. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we are going to begin the weigh-in process. Our first two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 8-round international super bantamweight contest. First, we will welcome to the scale a native of Managua, Nicaragua. Now fighting out of Cordoba, Andalusia, Spain. He brings a professional record consisting of 24 wins, 17 defeats, with 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome Marvin Solano. And we will also welcome now at this time his opponent tomorrow from Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire, England. Undefeated with 12 wins, 4 of his 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome Shabazz, the Maverick Massoud. First, we welcome to the scale Marvin Solano. 128.8 for Marvin Solano. Now to the scale, Shabazz Massoud. 127.7 for Shabazz, the Maverick Massoud. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 8-round international super bantamweight contest. Our next two combatants to the scale competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round light heavyweight contest. First, we will welcome from Kirkham, Lancashire, England. He has a professional record of 26 wins, 3 defeats, 6 wins, coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBA International Middleweight Champion, Jack Arnfield.
Well, it's fight number 30 for Jack Arnfield.
And now we will welcome from Swadlin Coat, Derbyshire, England. His professional record, 24 wins, just 1 defeat, 17 of his 24 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former British and WBO International Super Middleweight Champion, Zach Parker.
Here comes the Derby man, Zach Parker.
First to the scale, Jack Arnfield.
Jack Arnfield, a bit of inactivity, spent 6 years out of the ring, but has made a bit of a comeback. Up at light heavyweight now. He was very good middleweight a few years ago. Has that great win over John Ryder.
171.6 for Jack Arnfield. Now to the scale, Zach Parker.
Well, this fight is made at 172 pounds. Zach Parker believes he can do super middleweight and light heavyweight.
$171.8 for Zach Parker.
Looks in good nick there, Nick.
Yeah, he is, yeah. Trained hard, ready to go. As it should be, innit?
Rightly so, rightly so. It's an interesting fight this. Zach Parker had all the momentum in the world 2-3 years ago, put a good run together. Had that fight with John Ryder where he injured his hand and came up short. He's looking to get his momentum going again.
Yeah, this is the right show to do it on, you know, as we spoke about before, so good luck to him.
He was in against Tyron Zoiga last time.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round light heavyweight contest.
I think he was a little disappointed with his performance against Tyron Zoiga. Zoiga came in heavy. Zach Parker still came away with the win. Got the job done. Now Jack Arnfield, I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings on Saturday night. As I mentioned, very good middleweight a few years ago. What does he bring at light heavyweight? He's big though. He's big for the weight. You can see he's looking down on Zach Parker there, Nick.
No, that means not. No, don't we, Dev?
Good fight this. One of the Magnificent Seven tomorrow evening.
Our next two combatants to the scale competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the WBO European Welterweight Championship. First, let's welcome the challenger from Nottingham, England. His professional record, 19 wins, just 1 defeat, 7 wins. Coming by way of knockout, he is the former outright British, Commonwealth, and IBF European welterweight champion, Ekow the Engine Essuman. And we welcome now the defending champion from Worcestershire, England. Undefeated with 10 wins, 4 of his 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the reigning and defending WBO European welterweight champion, Owen Cooper. And now first to the scale, Ekow Essuman.
Well, here is the Engine, former British and Commonwealth champion. Up until November last year, he ran into horrible Harry Scarf, and this is his first fight since that. Finds himself in the role of challenger.
146.3 for Ekow the Engine Essuman. Now to the scale, Owen Cooper.
Well, Owen Cooper, this is a big moment for him on the last Magnificent Seven show. It was a career best win against Ethan James, stopped him, but big step up in levels here against Ekow Essuman. Let's just hear if he's made the weight here.
146.7 for the undefeated defending champion, Owen Cooper.
He's bang on, ready to go, isn't he?
You like this fight, Nick, as well. This is one we
Yeah.
were looking at the poster, and you pointed this one out. Like, oh, I like that.
Yeah, I think this one will get straight to it. I think be a good fight. This one, I think.
12 years between them in age. Ekow Essuman now 35.
Really, yeah?
He was British and Commonwealth champion up until November last year. Harry Scarf took those belts off him. And Owen Cooper, he's only 23 years old, and it feels like a big
Once
leap
again,
up in
ladies and
levels.
gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the WBO European Welterweight Championship.
Yeah, he's coming up, and they're always interesting, them ones. He's coming up. He's obviously hungry, and Essuman, he doesn't want to let it go as much as he's been around.
Well, Ekow Essuman says that people in the past have thought that maybe there's blood in the water and that they've been wrong. He feels like maybe the timing isn't quite right for Owen Cooper, but Cooper and Team Cooper think this is the right fight at the right time.
Our next two combatants to the scale competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the English Heavyweight Championship. First, we welcome the challenger from Middlesbrough, Yorkshire, England. His professional record, 10 wins, just 1 defeat. 6 of his 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome Michael Webster. And now we welcome the defending champion from right here, Birmingham, England. He had a stellar amateur career, now undefeated as a professional with 8 wins. 2 of his 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the reigning and defending English heavyweight champion, Solomon, the real deal Dacres. First to the scale, Michael Webster.
Well, it's fight number 12 for the Middlesbrough man, and this is a rematch from a fight on the Magnificent Seven show. Well, Sol Dacres went in with Michael Webster. English title was on the line, and it proved to be a trickier night than many expected for Big Sol.
249.1 for Michael Webster. Now to the scale, Solomon Dacres.
Well, Sol Dacres, the real deal, will be looking to show that he is the real deal on Saturday night against Michael Webster, defending his English crown. £234 for Solomon, the real deal Dacres. Well, Dacres clearly in shape. In the first fight, the feeling was that he wasn't really in shape. He hadn't been in camp. He'd just done a few bits here and there. But looking at him there, he looks like he's had a good camp and he's in shape, Nick.
Yeah, turned it round and ready to go, isn't he?
Of course, he was scheduled to fight David Adelaide on this show. Unfortunately, Adelaide pulled out with injury. But
once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the English Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, in the eyes of Dacres, it's still a fight that moves him forward because there is a bit of a question mark that's emerged around this fight with Michael Webster. Some even had Webster winning.
Yeah, so it's an interesting one, isn't it? Sure, it'll be a good one.
Just one of the Magnificent Seven fights tomorrow evening on TNT Sports. Bit of heavyweight action. English Heavyweight Championship on the line. Sol Dacres, Michael Webster 2. Sol Dacres this time says that you can tell he is in shape. He has had a great camp. Of course, he's been training for David Adelaide. But Michael Webster steps in and they run it back. One man will leave Birmingham with the English Heavyweight Championship.
Our next two combatants to the scale competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the vacant WBC International Light Heavyweight Championship. First, we welcome to the scale a native of Regla, La Habana, Cuba, now making his home in Barcelona, Catalunya, Spain. His professional record, 8 wins, 3 defeats. 5 of his 8 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the current Spanish and EBU silver light heavyweight champion. Let's welcome Carlos Alberto Lamela. And now we welcome from Nottingham, England, undefeated with 8 wins, 6 of his 8 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the current Commonwealth silver light heavyweight champion. Let's welcome Ezra the Cannon Taylor. First to the scale, Carlos Alberto Lamela.
Well, there is a lot of talk about Ezra Taylor. He has told many that he is next in line in the light heavyweight division. Let's have a look at his opponent.
$174.2 for Carlos Alberto Lamela.
Lamela makes weight.
Now to the scale, Ezra Taylor. $173.2 for Ezra the Cannon Taylor.
Bit of a step-up fight this for Ezra Taylor. He's the Commonwealth silver champion, but this is a serious title on the line. WBC International, recently held by your mate Willie Hutchinson, Nick.
Yeah, it's a good belt, isn't it?
Did you ever dance with Willie Hutchinson in the end?
I think he forced me to dance. Just grabbed me and started moving me. Funny guy, him.
Very funny guy. Ezra Taylor is also a funny guy. He's been calling out Willie Hutchinson in the past. Willie Hutchinson, of course, fighting Joshua Buatsi, but Ezra
Once
Taylor
again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the vacant WBC International Light Heavyweight Championship.
Picked up the Commonwealth silver title in his last fight, stopping Prince Oko Nati in 4 rounds. But Carlos Alberto Lamela is no stranger to taking an unbeaten record. In his last fight, he took the unbeaten record of Mansour El-Saev in a fight in Vienna in the 12th and final round. Ezra Taylor will be looking to ensure that he puts on a statement performance on Saturday.
Our next two combatants to the scale competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the British and Commonwealth Bantamweight Championships. Let's first welcome the challenger from Liverpool, England. His professional record, 11 wins, just 1 defeat. 10 of his 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former WBC International Silver Super Bantamweight Champion, Andrew Cain. Hold on. And now we welcome the defending champion from Bristol, England, 18 wins, 10 defeats, 2 draws, 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the reigning and defending British and Commonwealth Bantamweight champion, Ashley the Flash Lee. First to the scale, Andrew Cain.
Well, here is Andrew Cain. This is his shot at British and Commonwealth gold. He wants those titles. The Merseyside Menace has been gunning for Ash Lane this week.
117.8 for Andrew Cain. Now to the scale, Ashley Lane.
First defence of his British and Commonwealth titles that he won last time out. An upset win over Chris Bourke stopped him, really overwhelmed Chris Bourke.
117.1 for Ashley the Flash Lane.
First and last defence.
Of course, you're very much in Andrew Cain's corner, Nick. You've been following his whole camp, following his whole life, really. What's the kind of mindset that he's got heading into this fight from what you've seen?
Well, as you've just seen, he's in the best shape of his life, so there's a start, and he's fully focused, the most focused I've ever seen him. So it's no messing again. He's like that anyway, but this one's this extra.
What do you think we're going to get from this face-off? Because yesterday it did get a little bit tasty.
I'm not too sure. That's what I was just thinking. We're about to find out. So.
Well, security are certainly...
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for both the British and Commonwealth Bantamweight Championships.
Well, you don't often see security taking up a formation around the fighters. We've got 3 men, we've got 1 in the middle, and I think each of them could be needed when these fighters do face off. It did get tasty yesterday. Well, there was a knowing kind of nod there from Ash Lane, shaking his head as well. Andrew Cain, all business. There is a piercing look in the eyes of Andrew Cain. Special fight, this, Nick.
Yeah, can't wait for it. Just moments and not letting this slip.
Our next 2 combatants competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the vacant Women's WBC Interim Super Lightweight Championship of the World. We will first welcome, coming to us from Paris, France, she brings a record of 16 wins, 2 defeats, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout. She is the former 2-time EBU European Champion and the former WBC Interim Women's Super Featherweight World Champion. Here is Elam the Diamond McCallid. And now we welcome from Northamptonshire, England, her professional record, 18 wins, just 1 defeat, with 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former undisputed super lightweight women's champion of the world, Chantelle Cameron. First to the scale, we welcome Elam McCallid.
Well, it's fight number 20 for Elam McCallid. 33 years old, from Paris. Brilliant record of 17-2, only lost in very good company.
138.4 for Elam the Diamond McCallid. Now to the scale, Chantelle Cameron.
Well, this is the Queensberry, the TNT Sports debut of Chantelle Cameron. Very simply, one of the best fighters in the world today. Former undisputed at 140.
139.5 for Chantelle Cameron.
Well, Chantelle Cameron is on a mission. She wants her belts back. She was undisputed at super lightweight. This title, of course, is for the WBC Interim Super Lightweight Championship. Both fighters look well, both fighters look ready to go, Nick.
Yeah, that's it. They've got to be in it. At this level, that's looking like a nice belt as well, so yeah. Looks a bit like a belt I'm sure that you think you should have, or yeah. That the world knows.
The world knows. But in terms of Chantelle Cameron, this is a big moment for her. Of course, she's the only fighter with a professional win over Katie Taylor.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the vacant Women's WBC Interim Super Lightweight Championship of the World.
This is Chantelle Cameron's first fight since the rematch with Katie Taylor. And she is on a mission. A lot of new heading into this. She has got a new promoter, she's got a new TV station, she's got a new team, and she's got a new hunger. If you listen to her at the press conference, Chantelle Cameron has a lot to prove. Looking forward to her debut tomorrow night.
Ladies and gentlemen, our main event tomorrow night, it is a rematch scheduled for 12 rounds, and it will be for both the British and WBA Continental Middleweight Championships. We will first welcome the challenger from Newquay, Cornwall, England. His professional record consists of 18 wins, just 1 defeat, 1 draw, 10 of his 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the current English middleweight champion, Brad the Newquay Bomb Pauls. And now we welcome the defending champion from Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire, England. Undefeated, he has 18 wins, 1 draw, 6 wins, coming by way of knockout. Here is the reigning and defending British and WBA Continental Middleweight Champion, Nathan Hitman Heaney. First to the scale, the challenger, Brad Pauls.
Brilliant ovation just then for Nathan Heaney, as you would expect. 2,000 tickets sold, and sounds like he's brought a few here today to the weigh-in. Let's have a look at Brad Pauls' weight.
159.7 for Brad, the Newquay Bomb Pauls. Now to the scale, the undefeated defending champion, Nathan Heaney.
Well, Brad Pauls makes weight. I have no doubt that Nathan Heaney will be making weight as well. Just takes the t-shirt off to make sure.
$158.6 for the defending champion, Nathan Hitman Heaney.
Well, the first fight was an absolute thriller in March. It was a draw. It was a draw that Nathan Heaney feels he won. It was a draw that Brad Pauls feels that he won. One man can walk away as the British champion on Saturday night. And Nick, who you got?
Nathan Heaney. Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's going to be even better fight as well, because both of them are not going to want to, another draw again. So they're both going to give it their all, and I think Nathan Heaney's going to come away with it, definitely.
That feeling when a draw gets announced is something that you're familiar with. It's not nice, is it, Nick?
Something you're not expecting. You're never expecting that.
Well, both fighters have gone away. Both fighters feel they have made improvements.
This, our main event tomorrow night, live on TNT Sports. 12 rounds scheduled for both the British and WBA Continental Middleweight Championships.
And there has been a little bit more intensity from Nathan Heaney this week, a little bit more venom in the words. A few things have riled him up somewhat. Brad Pauls wasn't having any of it yesterday at the press conference, and these guys do not want to look away right now.
It's going to be like that, innit? It's built up from the last one, so we're not going to let it slip.
We do get a handshake at the end. Brilliant fight, brilliant rematch.
Our final two fighters to weigh in today, competing tomorrow in a 4-round flyweight contest. We welcome first from Chorlton, Manchester, England, a veteran of 53 professional bouts. Here is Stephen Jackson. And we welcome from Telford, Shropshire, England. He had a stellar amateur career, now undefeated as a professional with 4 wins. 2 of his 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome Bradley Too Slick Thompson. First to the scale, Stephen Jackson.
Well, this will be one of 2 fights on the Queensberry stream tomorrow evening. Bradley Thompson against Stephen Jackson. Bradley Thompson, the younger brother of Liam Davis.
119.3 for Stephen Jackson. And now to the scale, Bradley Thompson.
Well, I was speaking to Liam Davis about Bradley Thompson, speaks of him very, very highly. Says he's the best fighter in Telford.
117.3 for the undefeated Bradley Too Slick Thompson.
Well, Nick, if he's half as good as his brother Liam, then he'll be a good fighter, right?
Yeah, that's it. They'll be arguing over who's the best in Telford.
You can see Tristan Davis as well, close by. And Stephen Jackson has actually boxed Andrew Cain. You may remember that one. He's one of the only people to hear the final bell against Andrew Cain. What do you remember from that fight?
And he done well taking that right hand off him. I remember that. Looked like I went right through him. And he dropped his knees.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these 2 competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round flyweight contest.
And that was actually Stephen Jackson's also boxed Ash Lane as well, so he's in a rare position where he's boxed people on this show.
He's boxed everyone, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been around.
Been around.
Brad Thompson, of course, 4-0 as a professional. 2 years of inactivity. He's been injured, but he's making a comeback now, looking to get some momentum, looking to do what his brother Liam Davis is doing in Telford. And as I mentioned, Liam Davis says that Brad is the best fighter in Telford, which will be some going.
Ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude today's weigh-in process. We thank you for joining us. Have a great day.